Have you ever really stopped to think about how a vaccine works? I mean, really works? Well, today we're going to dive into it. And it's an incredible story. A story about training, memory, and a silent army that's inside you right now.
So let's start with this puzzle. How can your body possibly prepare for a fight against an enemy it has never ever seen before? An enemy with tactics that are a total mystery. It seems impossible, right? This is the huge challenge our bodies are up against.
To answer that, we first have to meet the hero of this story, the protagonist that's working around the clock inside every single one of us.
And no, this isn't science fiction. It's a biological fact. You have this incredibly powerful silent army patrolling your body as we speak. Its only job, its entire mission, is to keep you safe.
And this army is just amazing. It is always on patrol. It can somehow tell the difference between your own cells and foreign invaders, friend from foe. And when it finds an enemy, it builds these custom-made defenses to take it down. It literally never takes a day off.
So what happens when this elite force runs into a brand new enemy for the very first time? Well, that's when we have a problem. That's the unprepared battle.
Just imagine trying to design and build your weapons while an invasion is already underway. It's chaotic, right? The response is slow, it takes a ton of time to figure out the enemy's weak spots, and it uses up a massive amount of your body's energy. And this is the key. That whole slow, exhausting, on-the-job learning process, well, that's what we feel as being sick. The fever, the aches, the exhaustion. That's literally the feeling of your body fighting an unprepared war. But then, this is the brilliant idea, the one that changes everything. What if you could give your army the enemy's playbook ahead of time? What if you could let it prepare all its defenses in a totally safe environment?
And this is where a wise mentor enters our story, offering a much safer way for our army to get ready.
Honestly, this is the perfect way to think about it. A vaccine isn't the actual battle. It's a training program. It's like a super realistic flight simulator for your immune system. It gives it all the experience of a real fight, but with none of the danger.
And this chart really lays it all out. On one side, you've got the real battle, a high-stakes infection that causes illness and has a really slow initial response. But on the other side, you've got the training exercise, a safe simulation. It teaches the body how to build a lightning-fast response plan without making you sick. It's the difference between learning to fly on a real storm versus a simulator.
Okay, so how does this training sequence actually work? How does a vaccine manage to slip your immune system the enemy's secret plans?
Well, it all comes down to this one key thing, an antigen. A vaccine basically introduces a harmless piece of the enemy. Think of it like its uniform, or maybe a stolen blueprint. It's not the enemy itself, not even close. It's just a tiny, recognizable part that your army can study in complete safety.
And the training follows 3 pretty simple steps. First, your immune cells spot this strange new uniform. Second, they get to work and build the perfect weapons to defeat it. We call these antibodies. And third, and this is the most important part of all, they remember. They create a memory of the battle plan. This quote just sums it up perfectly. It's a preview, a sneak peek. It's like getting to watch the movie trailer for the real fight, which gives your body all the time it needs to prepare long before the actual threat shows up.
Right. That final step, remembering, that is the absolute game changer. It's how our body forges an immune memory. It's how we create veteran soldiers for our internal army.
So, let's be super clear. The most critical result, the entire point of this whole training simulation, is to create these specialized soldiers we call memory cells. Everything else is just leading up to this. You can think of them just like that. They're the veterans of your immune system. They've been through the training, and they never, ever forget the enemy's plan. They just hang around in your body, sometimes for years, even decades, just on standby, ready to launch a massive response at a moment's notice. All of which brings us to the payoff, the championship match. The day your fully trained army finally comes face to face with the real enemy. So let's set the scene. You've had the training. Your veteran memory cells are on standby. Now, maybe it's years later, and the actual virus or bacteria gets into your body. What happens next? Okay, just look at this chart. This is the aha moment. Without training, your body's response takes 1 to 2 weeks, and that's the time you spend feeling sick. But after training, the response is lightning fast. It kicks into high gear in just 1 or 2 days. The second that real pathogen shows up, alarm bells start ringing.
Those veteran memory cells instantly recognize the enemy uniform they saw in training, and they launch a massive, targeted, and just overwhelming counterattack.
And the enemy is wiped out so quickly, so efficiently, that it never even gets the chance to build up its forces and make you sick. The battle is won before you even knew there was a fight. That, right there, is the incredible power of training.
When you think about it, our immune system is this remarkable learning machine. And with vaccines, we've become its teacher. It really leaves you with a fascinating question, doesn't it? What's the next lesson we're going to teach it?